y'all doing today?
Good.
Awesome. Well, if you look in your program, I'm not sure if you can see it, but my name is David Butler. I go by stage name King David. And I'm going to be doing my tribute to Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream. And surrounded by all this art and stuff, I guess I should have brought something artistic, right? So I'm going to be doing a little dance interpretation, just like my friends Project 7, I guess the guys around there. Just like they provided earlier, they did some dance and they gave you a little history as well about hip-hop and its actual culture and pretty much the origin. And anyone that knows me knows I'm fascinated with the origin of things. So pretty much they were spot on. They gave you guys chock-full of knowledge that you're probably not going to get in any history book. You're probably going to have to look on YouTube or Google that to get that kind of info. But I will also be popping. I won't be locking. That's more of a celebration dance. I won't be locking. I'll be popping and botting and doing some animation. One thing that they probably could have thrown in there with the popping animation, you remember what's the name of that movie, Lost of the Apes? And you remember the movie, I guess, what's the name of the movie with the ape? With the big monkey? King Kong. You remember the very, very, very first one? Well, probably not everyone remember that. You remember the very, very first one too? Well, the very, very first one, they used a method called claymatic. I believe that was the animation that they used. And you would see how they move very stop. Like all it was a bunch of pictures put together to make those type of images. So what came right after popping was a style called animation, where just like he said, just like I think his name is Chris. Chris said, just like poppers didn't look real, these guys really looked like robots. They really looked like someone was taking a picture of them frame by frame. So when Miss Caesar asked me if I wanted to be a part of this, I said this would be a perfect time to display my craft and something that I wake up doing. I stand in line in Kroger doing it. I watch TV doing it. I have a couple of friends who've been on America's Best Dance Crew, and so you think you can dance. So a lot of people know that I'm pretty engulfed in this style. And here it is, my tribute to Martin Luther King.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. The history of our nation. 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. Still is not free. The life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, it is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned. Instead of honoring this sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check. A check which has come back marked insufficient funds. One day, this nation will rise.
martyrs became crusaders, and he, a symbolic Moses, to deliver Americans to the promised land.